Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Row Z Show. The transfer window is heating up and we are here to discuss all the latest rumours and discuss some of the confirmed deals from recent days. And first of all, I want to introduce the guest today, the co-host, I should say, Mr. Jude Richards. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm brilliant because about 15 minutes ago on the dot, we had the news that Rafael Varane has agreed a deal. Well, Manchester United have agreed a deal with Real Madrid for the transfer of Rafael Varane for about £42 million. It's a FIFA signing. I tweeted out, it's a career mode signing.
That's unreal. That's
It's mental. We've signed someone with four Champions Leagues. Yeah.
No,
Sancho and Varane a number of days. Mentally.
I don't know where it's come from as well. Like, they've been hiding away, the Glazers or whatever, and then they've just pulled those two out. I don't know how you can compare the ball, to be fair.
We got a new director of football, mate, John Murtow.
Who's that?
John Murtow, new DOF. He's like basically a Glazer customer, but he's actually done quite a good job. He's wrapped up Sancho and Varane in a week. So, props to him. I think Woodward's actually helping out. I still hate Woodward as much as ever, but we've done a good job this window. You can't deny it. Hopefully there's more to come. And there's a bit of a Trippier rumour, which I want to discuss later, but we are going to discuss basically every single Premier League club and their rumours in order. There's some with more than others, but we are at least going to go through and try and pick out at least one for every club. We'll talk about a confirmed deal or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to start off with saying, because it is breaking news, Varane is coming to Manchester United, confirmed by the club itself on Twitter. But we're going to start in chronological order with Arsenal. So there has been a bit of news today about Arsenal, which I just wanted to talk about. It is about Martin Odegaard. It is from a journalist called Chris Watley, who is reporting this news, who works for Football London. And basically saying that Odegaard is keen on returning to Arsenal because it doesn't look like it's going to happen for him at Madrid. What do you reckon about this, considering you look like him?
I can see it happening. But you see it, I don't know. Like, they're linked to Maddison as well, aren't they?
They want Maddison, yeah. Arsenal fans want Maddison.
I think Maddison's the better player. I've seen like a lot of Arsenal fans actually slate Odegaard. I'm not surprised. But if you compare him to like Ozil and the likes, they sold him or whatever, he's not really anything special. I don't think.
He's a good player. He's got a lot of potential, but I don't think he's one that's going to become world class. Yeah.
If they get Maddison, that would be like an insane signing. But Odegaard I can see happening, which I'm not worried about. Odegaard and Ramsdale, quality signings.
And White medical next few days. Tomorrow, apparently.
White, I actually think it's a good signing, to be fair. Genuinely.
Yeah, but it's not going to take him up the table.
I know it's overpriced
to into the top four.
You not think? Well, no, not into
the top
four, but maybe top six again. They might do. Like, I wouldn't rule them out, even though they're still a bit wank. But but I wouldn't. Like, Ben White's actually a decent signing. He will improve their backline. I think him and Gabriel would be decent. I reckon. Yeah,
I agree. I said that'll be a good partnership. 50 mil is obviously overpriced, but in this market, you've got to pay for the players that you want. Obviously, we didn't really have to for Varane because we got him for 35 mil. But
exactly, like they're at least like acting like a big club.
Exactly.
They're doing it, even though it's overpriced. But fair play to them. Like,
they're actually going and getting the man they want in it. He's a good player. Yeah, exactly. He can play at the back well. It's what Arteta wants. That's the sort of style of football that Arteta wants to implement. He has done in recent times a little bit, although it's not really been all that successful. But I think Ben White will take him closer to where they want to be. It's not exactly like a marquee deal like a Varane would be for us, but I think it is probably the best of their signings that they've had so far. Also including in that Emile Smith-Rowe, who signed the new deal and has got the number 10 shirt at Arsenal, which is
What do you think of that? Do you think that's
I think he's a good player, but if I was an Arsenal fan, the days of Bergkamp, Henry, Perez, and now your number 10's Smith-Rowe. I mean, I can't talk. Our number 8's Juan Mata and our number 4's Phil Jones, but
respect
Mata.
But Arsenal are a different club now, aren't they?
Completely. Yeah, I feel a bit bad for them.
I don't think Smith-Rowe's bad. Like, it's good to get him nailed down, to be fair. Him and Saka. Like, they've got something to look forward to, but I think, where do you think they'll finish?
If I were to have a stab in the dark at the moment, I'd say probably 7th, but they'll give a much better account of themselves because I think you'll be stronger than them, and I think Leicester will be stronger. Obviously, the top 4, but I think they'll be a lot closer to where they need to be.
I'm going to say 7th. Yeah,
you're going to say 7th.
I think they'll threaten a lot more this year though.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, no, I think that's quite I think that's optimistic for like Arsenal fans, to be fair. But
they won't be happy with that because they'll be aiming for top 4.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but let's be honest, like they've got hefty like competition, haven't they?
Yeah. I don't see them breaking anywhere near it.
Yeah. Just compare it to like the centre backs that everyone's linked to. I feel like, well, Liverpool got Konate and then Varane. We're after Romero, if that ever even happens.
Chelsea probably won't,
but I think they're going to struggle.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Koundé, yeah, exactly. So like, there's a lot of like, it's going to be like amazing the next year, like for the centre backs. Like, there's going to be a massive competition, isn't there?
Be really OP on FIFA.
Yeah, green links. Varane.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be unreal. But yeah, back onto Martin Odegaard. I mean, look at his stats. He scored once in the Premier League last season, and he scored once in the Europa League. At times he looked like a very good player, and he looked like the Martin Odegaard who we threatened to see as a youngster when he was, 16, 17, signing for Madrid. But most of the time, he just didn't look that great. And a lot of Arsenal fans on Twitter aren't too happy with him joining.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of better players out there, to be honest with you.
Like, what about like
Aouar? Yeah, exactly. I think Orlas will definitely like price a few out, even though he's got a year left on his contract, hasn't he? I think we're after him, and he's probably worth around 25 mil, 20 mil with a year left, which is a bargain. But that would be an incredible deal, and I genuinely think we will probably be after him in the tail end of the season. But he's more of like an 8 though, isn't he, Aouar? So he's another one that
I've seen him play a few positions, but I'd probably say more of an 8 than a natural number 10.
I think he was better. He was at his best in the number 8. So that's like, it would still improve Arsenal, like better than or something like that. But
Ceballos, was it?
Yeah, I think I think there's a lot of like better players out there than Odegaard that they could get. In perhaps a further position.
Yeah. But I'd say Maddison's probably the big dream that they want, but there's not a lot materialising. I was trying to look for stories regarding Maddison if there's any updates, but there really isn't that much. I think you just got to wait and see. You've got to sell players first and foremost.
Yeah, but if they've given like the number 10 to Smith Rowe, they really need. He plays in a 10, doesn't he?
Are you expecting a marquee signing there if you're giving ESR the 10?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a lot of responsibility of the number 10, and he is a 10.
Yeah.
Like, why do they actually need to get someone else? I don't know. Like, maybe is or I don't know. Does Smith Rowe play deeper? I didn't think he did. Like,
oh really?
Maybe I was like the perfect player.
He could be best suited, yeah.
But fuck knows with Arsenal. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I do sort of agree with you there about needing another number 10, because you've got a decent sort of front three behind however they play up front, because you've got Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe on them in behind the strikers. It's good. It's exciting.
Aubameyang, I'm not so hot on anymore.
Same,
but I think I don't know what's happened to him. So maybe like a new striker.
Yeah, and someone to play next to Partey.
Yeah, and they've got that new guy, Lokonga. Is it Lokonga?
Yeah, Albert Sambi Lokonga.
Like, he's supposedly pretty good, but I've seen like a few clips of him. Like, you can't judge that, but he does. No, he does look. He looks pretty good, to be fair.
I think he'll be a good squad player. Personally,
what's that?
I think he'll be a good squad player.
Cut out there, mate.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's like 20, isn't he? As well.
He's young, very young.
Into the future as well.
He's very Ashley. But moving on from Arsenal now, we've spoken quite in depth about their rumours. So we're going to move on to Aston Villa, and there's one very exciting deal surrounding Aston Villa right now, and it is the Bayer Leverkusen winger Leon Bailey. Sky Germany are reporting that an offer has come in. I believe it was £30 million, but I could be wrong. He got 15 goals and 11 assists last season in 40 games. Yeah, this is what I'm hearing from Sky Germany. But those were his stats from last season. Very promising output. 26G/A in 40 is a really good return. Obviously highly
That is
regarded
good.
by Leverkusen, playing for one of the top clubs in Germany. I think this would be an absolutely
Yeah,
smashing signing if Villa can get him.
that would be a great signing. That'll be
Mhm.
one of the best signings of the window, probably. He's a really, really good player, Leon Bailey. I would have liked him at Spurs, to be fair. I think he would have been a good addition if let's say Bergwijn was gonna leave. I know you hate him, but
I don't rate him. I
yeah,
don't rate him.
no, but I feel like, under a new manager, like give him a chance, see what he's
Give
got
him
to
the
play
keys.
for. But
Yeah.
yeah, nah, don't give him the keys. Give him not the keys. No, but like Leon Bailey, yeah, no, really good signing for Villa. Like they've got
Really
a really good squad going into next season, haven't they?
The ambition of the club is amazing because they've also got Emiliano Buendia. They've got Louise and McGinn's a
Front
really good
three.
pivot. Amazing.
But
Well, front four. Front four.
front four, they've
Like
got Grealish,
Yeah.
Wendy, potentially Bailey, and Ollie Watkins. Anyone else fit into that? Maybe Traore as well.
Bertrand,
but they've got a very underrated team, I think, going forward. Even defensively, they look pretty sound, don't they?
Really good back four. Target, Mings, Concert, Cash, and then Louise and McGinn in front. And one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem. That is really such a good team on paper. Really good team. The ambition they're showing.
Yeah, well, they've got great owners as well. They could possibly go far. I think they'll finish in the top half pretty easily, actually. And you compare them to a team like, maybe one of the top six as well. Well, I'm thinking Leicester, Arsenal, Spurs, or whatever. They're not that far off.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like, I think the only difference, well, I think about Arsenal. Like Arsenal have dropped off so much. And that's not me being biased or whatever. It would be the same case with Spurs if we didn't have Kane. Like just because we got Kane, I think we always have that sort of edge.
Yeah.
But Leicester probably not as good, but Villa, like they're coming. I think they'll be looking at the top six, I reckon.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, completely. Look at the ambition within the whole club. I think they'll definitely be targeting a top 7, top 8, top 6 even final finish in the Prem. And they can certainly do it with that squad. Jack Grealish is probably one of the best 5 players in the Prem. And then players like Watkins, Buendia, Bailey, if he joins, they've got such a good team.
They actually look sick.
They look really good.
I'm worried. Really I am worried about these teams though. Because it's going to be, I know you say this every year, but like the teams are more competitive than ever.
Yeah, agreed.
Investors, like you've got Aston Villa, now you've also got Palace.
Palace
will be threatening. Wolves, yeah, maybe, but I wouldn't. I think Palace will be a surprise one. It's going to be scary. I think
it's going to be a good season, isn't it? It's going to be a really good season. Yeah. Really good season.
Yeah.
I just want to move on now to Brentford. We've spent a lot of time talking about those two clubs. Brentford, I don't want to spend much time on at all because they've barely got any sort of rumours. They've signed a guy called Pert Harris from Chelsea, a youngster, and they've signed Christopher Ajer from Celtic for 13.5 million, which is a pretty good signing at centre-back. But apart from that, Brentford haven't got a lot going for them. We'll talk about them more in a Premier League preview, but transfer-wise, there's not much. On to Brighton, Odsonne Edouard. We spoke about because full disclosure, we tried to make an episode yesterday. And basically the footage corrupted. We briefly talked about Odsonne Edouard, and today the news has come out from Duncan Castles, to take it with a grain of salt. But the report is
he's a
full fraud. But 18.5 mil bid apparently has gone in for Odsonne Edouard.
Yeah, again, like they need a strike. Brighton? They need a striker very badly, don't they?
Very badly, yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of options out there, but Edouard would obviously be a good deal for the future as well, wouldn't it?
Very good, yeah. He's only 23 odd.
Very capable of scoring goals. I think, if I was Brighton, I'd look at. He'd cost a bit too much though, but I think the only position Brighton really warrant is a striker, maybe Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
Be over 30 mil, wouldn't it? So, Edouard looks like a decent deal, I think.
Good player. 18 goals last season in the Championship, the Scottish Premiership. It's not a great division, but he's a proven goal scorer. He's got a good track record.
Yeah, I think, I think regardless, that a lot of players have come from teams like Celtic, have done well. Obviously, like Van Dijk It's not a striker, but still there's Tierney. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good talent there, So Edouard might be the next one. You never know.
Yeah, I think it certainly improved Brighton. 100%.
A lot of big teams as well, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. So, Arsenal have had links. I think we've had links before. Teams in France have had links with him. He's certainly a sought after player, and I think he'd be a massive coup for Brighton.
Yeah, no, he'd be good. We've been linked with him as well.
Yeah, so. he's had big names linked to him. And moving on now to Burnley. Burnley, unfortunately, have not got a lot of excitement going on in their window. They've signed Nathan Collins from Stoke, who is actually a good young centre back.
That's such a Burnley signing, though.
That's so Burnley. He's like 6'4" Irish centre back. I think he's Irish.
Oh, he's Irish.
I think he's right. I think he's Irish, but I can't remember. He's either Irish or English.
Yeah.
Wayne Hennessy, they've also signed, so we're going to move straight past that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they also want Dan James, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to move on from Burnley. Yeah, he's not going to sign for Burnley, is he? We're going to move on to a club with a bit more going on, Chelsea. And something that probably will not please you is Jules Koundé, as Chelsea today opened official talks with them, according to Fabrizio Romano. And he apparently has some sort of agreement with personal terms, and he would be open to joining Chelsea. So
yeah. To be fair, sorry, I'm not too down about it. Like, it's a quality signing for Chelsea. But of course, like, he wanted Champions League football, and he was going to wait for a Champions League club, wasn't he? Always.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Even if he was open to joining at the start or whatever, he was always going to join a Champions League club. Let's be real. And apparently Zuma's going the other way, so that means we're not signing Zuma. So that's a positive. But I don't really care too much, as long as I'm not too down about it.
Zuma's an improvement for you, I reckon.
You think? Nah.
Just about.
Yeah, he is, but
he gets goals more than Bergwijn.
He actually does. He's like Chelsea's scorer or something a few years ago.
Yeah, he scored 4 of the first 10, 15 Prem games. Baller.
Okay.
But that's the main rumour now. Jules Koundé.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying? What were you saying?
Well, yeah, no, I think he'd be a quality signing, and again, he'd be one of those players the next season's going to be great for centre backs. Like, top 6 are going to have every single team. Hopefully, will have a new quality centre back. Really, apart from City, but they still got Diaz.
Yeah, they got 4.
Yeah, exactly. So you got Arsenal. Hopefully, you got Spurs, and you got United and Chelsea. Getting new centre backs, and Liverpool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this is going to be great competition, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be brilliant. Another Chelsea one. It's not really a rumor as such because it's sort of been shut down now. But it's Erling Haaland. He came out today and saying, "I hope the rumors are just rumors. 175 mil is too much to pay for a player." Basically, sort of shutting the Chelsea move down. Not closing it off completely, but he's sort of saying, "I probably won't go to Chelsea." So I don't think it's going to happen this summer. Personally, what do you think?
No. I think Fabrizio's almost shut it down as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I've seen that Fiorentina striker,
Vlahovic. Yeah.
Serbian guy. He was linked as well, and I think he'd be a really good signing for Chelsea.
He would, yeah. Isaac as well. Isaac Sociedad as well would be a good signing, I think.
Yeah, I would. But I think they just need a ruthless striker. And he looks the part, doesn't he? He is that sort of Haaland type player.
Yeah.
He's just clinical, and that's what they need. He's young, he's hungry. He'd do really well, I think. Just by I've watched him a couple of times actually, and he looks decent. So very decent. So if I was Chelsea, I'd go for someone like him, a bit more under the radar.
Yeah.
But as opposed to Haaland, it's going to be loads. So. Something like that, maybe.
I think that's definitely a good shout, to be fair. Otherwise, with Chelsea, there's not a lot going on right now. It looks like they're prioritising Jules Koundé, but we'll have to see how that deal develops over the next few days. Moving on to Palace, I think this is one we can talk about more if we do a Premier League preview, because a lot of their deals are now confirmed. They've confirmed signing Joachim Anderson, Michael Olise, Mark Guehi. Fantastic signings. We'll talk about that more a bit in the future.
Edouard.
What did you say?
They're after Edouard, aren't they? as well.
They are after Rumours. They're always linked with Edouard, but I don't know. There's nothing too concrete with that. Ozan Kabak, apparently they've opened up talks with him. As per the Guardian, I don't know because they've already signed 2 centre backs. But I was looking a bit into Patrick Vieira, and apparently he is willing to play 3 at the back and has done for Nice before. I'm not sure who Palace have got as fullbacks. I think they got old Nathan Ferguson and Tyreek Mitchell probably as their first choice next campaign. So 5 at the back would probably work quite well if they got Kabak too. And he's certainly sort of Prem proof, and he did well for Liverpool. And apart from that, marvellous Nakamba's linked with them, but I don't think Nakamba's going to go. He's not that good. I think Palace are showing more ambition than that, to be fair.
Yeah, probably. Like he's Nakamba.
Yeah, marvellous Nakamba. Villa midfielder. Back
up. Oh, the Villa midfielder. Yeah. Oh, no.
They've got more ambition than that, eh? Moving on to Everton. Yeah, sorry, carry on. What are you saying?
I'm just saying they've shown that what's it called?
Ambition.
They want those big players. Ambition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Everton.
Have you got anything for Everton? Townsend signed, yeah. They've signed Townsend. Most inconsistent player in the Prem. There we go. There's your deal of the summer.
Not much going on, to be fair. Sigurdsson to jail.
I had quite an interesting. I have quite an interesting one with Everton. Stefan de Vrij into defender. Apparently, Mino Raiola is aware of Everton's interest in Stefan de Vrij.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The source is teamtalk.com. I've never heard of, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like it's too advanced. Right. But that is apparently what Raiola's saying. So one to look out for and one to see if it develops. I don't see Everton getting him. I don't see why he'd leave Inter Milan for Everton.
No. I think that would be a little bit of a step down, to be honest with you. So
yeah.
No, I cannot see that one happening.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a non-starter, in it. Going to move on to Leeds now. Leeds, if we were here about a week ago, we'd have loads to talk about with Leeds. But as of right now, they've barely got anything going for them. Conor Gallagher was linked. Now it seems like he might not go to Leeds. They had a player called Nanito Nandez, plays for Cagliari, who was linked, but it's not doesn't look like he's going to come now. I think he's quite good. A few others who have been linked, like Noah Lang, Rodrigo de Paul earlier in the summer, but none of them are going to Leeds. So right now, it looks pretty dry. Lewis Bates just signed, yeah.
Yeah. So no, not much for Leeds, but I'm sure that'll change.
I'm sure that will change, yeah. We just got to wait, bide our time to see what happens. Leicester's the same. I can only find one real rumour, and it's an outgoing. It's Hamza Chowdhury to Newcastle, potentially on loan. We'll talk about that a bit later with Newcastle more. But apart from that,
on with a lot of the clubs, really.
Yeah, so it's been quite quiet, hasn't it?
We spoke about it yesterday until the audio messed up. But I think it'll be a domino effect, won't it? With a lot of the teams, not just
exactly
top of the hierarchy teams. I think once the signing happens, a lot will follow. I think that's how mainly transfers work, to be fair, but that will mainly happen in August. I imagine. Agreed.
Especially in COVID times, people are quite hesitant to spend money. When someone does, they'll be like, "Oh shit, I need to spend money as well." And
especially those smaller teams as well, not smaller teams, but the ones that perhaps don't get as much revenue. United can just do whatever the hell they want, really, because the revenue they get. But they've always got that contingency behind them. They've always got that support. So I don't know. Well, we'll see, but there might not be as much from smaller teams, maybe.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens over the next few weeks, and we'll come back and talk about deals that probably will materialize over the next few days, or as I said, weeks. Moving on to Liverpool. Again, there's literally nothing concrete. Saul, apparently Liverpool are back in touch with representatives. Apart from that, there's not a lot. Marca is saying that United are favourites for Saul, not Liverpool. So there's really not much going on. Ismaila Sarr might have opened talks to Liverpool, but I couldn't really find much on it. So I think that's the one that we've got to come back to. Bowen, but it's not been shut down now. We'll have to wait and see again. But there's one... A club who have been quite interesting, especially today, is Manchester City, because I've seen a report from Sam Lee of The Athletic. Oh, headphones are going nearly out of charge. Jack Grealish to Manchester City isn't at an advanced stage. Oh, no.
What was that? No, apparently, it's all right. It's fine.
According to Sam Lee of The Athletic, Jack Grealish is apparently in an advanced stage to his move to Manchester City. But again,
I saw that as well. However, I'm not really sure how... I think you can take that with a pinch of salt, though, can't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sam Lee seems to come out and spout quite a lot of rubbish, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. I saw he was like linking a Sun story about Kane, really, and it was just basically like Kane's brother, who's an agent, is Kane's agent, Charlie Kane or whatever, just like trying to get him to move or something. Or he's like, just before Kane's like, I think he was about to go to the Euros or something, he was almost flirting with a move to City, and it's like always the wrong timing, you know. And this Sam Lee guy, he's just he's
never seems to get anything right.
He's a bit of a sheep, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, that's like, I think you can only like take with a pinch of salt some of the stuff as well, because a lot of it's opinionated as well, really. Like it's, I don't know. Who knows?
He doesn't seem very credible for someone that works at the Athletic, but
no,
again, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, exactly.
Moving on from City, though, because apart from that, there's not too much going on regarding the Kane deal, which they're also linked with. So again, we will have to wait for the next few weeks. Manchester United, something I saw interesting on an account which is quite reputable among United fans called Muppeteers, is about Kieran Trippier. Apparently, he has just returned from his holiday to Manchester because he has relocated his family to Manchester.
Why has he done that?
Have a guess. Have a guess.
He's either like thick or like he's moving to United, basically. So,
yeah. Or his family just want to live there and he's going to live in Madrid, but I don't know why you'd do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Manchester.
That's what I've got, though. Yeah. It's beautiful place. What a city. But it's really interesting, though.
Yeah. I'm sure he's done that.
You're not going to move.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Trippier would be a great signing for you lot there. I think he'd be decent. Like either as a backup or as someone that actually goes in the first team if Aaron Bissaka keeps being a bit of a dickhead.
At the very least, he's going to compete for that spot.
Yeah,
at the very least.
You know, like I think Wan-Bissaka needs that competition anyway. Really, you know,
massively.
It was perhaps being so complacent, really. It might help. So United are just sort of stocking up, aren't they, right now? You know, they just need that midfielder and to resolve the Pogba situation. And they are, I think that midfielder, I think we were talking about it yesterday, that is crucial, I think.
Yeah.
Just getting that right.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with our midfield options. But that is the big Trippier news I have from Manchester United. Moving on to Newcastle, Hamza Chowdhury on loan. It's nothing too glamorous. He's an all right player. He'll do all right at Newcastle if he goes. Besides that, there's not a lot of Newcastle news. Saints, Southampton. I've seen a Phil Jones link.
Leon Bailey. I need to move on from that now. I think we're done with Southampton.
Yeah. I saw Phil Jones was linked. I saw Issa Diop was linked. And I saw Adeomo Lookman was linked, but there was nothing from any reputable journalist. So again, there's not much to say about Southampton. Spurs. Rob Maddox, you can come on next time, mate. Spurs, though. What do you reckon?
Spurs. Well, Romero, obviously. So that's apparently 8 million away. And Fabrizio was talking about that. Well, with this 8 million, mark in between, they might they're going to have a plan B, which was to go for. It was actually going to have Tomiyasu, who apparently we're going to get separately anyway. Tomiyasu, Milinkovic, and Zuma. And that all comes to the same sum as Romero as a plan B, which makes no sense because Romero, it would cost the same, and Romero would make us better than getting all three of them anyway. So,
there you go. That's how you close a centre-back deal.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Romero's exciting. He's exciting.
Romero, I think, that is still going to happen though. Genuinely. I think Paratici loves him basically. We obviously have the money. It's just we're trying to get the best deal possible. And the thing is, it can be done in installments as well. Atalanta have already stated that. So, Fabrizio Romano says it's still going ahead. Anyway, so we've got next.
Watford, I literally could not find a single good rumour for them. West Ham, 30 million apparently is the fee for Lingard. They're not going to pay that, are they?
Nah, Nope.
But the other interesting one with West Ham was Matthias Pereira, who I always bang on about. I always say how good he is. I always say the stats he got in the Premier last season, playing literally with Allardyce ball. And I think he'd be an excellent signing for West Ham. I love him. I think he's quality. And he is now strongly linked with West Ham. Apparently, as I say, they're in talks. I am.
Yeah.
I think he's so good. I think he's brilliant. He'd be a brilliant signing for West Ham.
And he's a bargain. He would be a bargain as well. Like, even if he doesn't start every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not.
Mate, Varane. I'm so excited. But yeah, West Ham, the big deal is Pereira.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'd be a great signing. As I said, probably better than Lingard, to be fair. I don't know why other clubs aren't going for him. He'd be perfect for a Leeds, a Wolves, anyone, any club in the Premier League, bar City and us, who would never use him, or Chelsea. He'd be fantastic.
I'd take him.
Swap him for
Deli dog. Deli can go with West Brom. Pereira. Like, I actually do that, to be fair. Like, he's good. Like,
that'd be good.
Yeah,
I think he's really good.
He's underrated. He's kind of like that. Is he Buendia level, do you reckon? Or do you think
I think he is. I think he is, because Buendia got like 8 G/A's in the Prem. Well,
I know, but
got double.
it's not just about stats though. Like, Buendia,
it's not just,
unbelievable. I think he's a little below Buendia. And I think Pereira's good. Well, maybe the same, but I don't know. Like West Ham, that sort of team, he would fit in well, I think.
Agreed.
Maybe instead of Lingard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they could probably honestly, like Lingard again would be the best possible outcome for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%. He's just fitting in so well, isn't he? I don't know what I'm doing on my chair. I'm moving about everywhere. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be either Lingard or Pereira. They could very possibly be priced out of a move for Jesse Lingard because they want up to £30 million for him. And last but not least, we've got Wolves. And Wolves, again, there's barely any news. Apparently, they're going to miss out on the Brazilian wonder kid, Kai George. They've made some good signings, to be fair, Wolves. They've signed, was it just one? They signed Trincao.
Oh, yeah. They signed Trincao. That's a good signing.
Very good signing, yeah.
Why does it fit? Oh, no. I guess Neto goes out left.
Neto's injured, though, at the moment, eh? Neto's out until sort of December-ish.
They have had such a hard time with injuries. They are very unlucky. Wolves.
Yeah.
This is
they signed Jose Sá.
Yeah. It's why Nuno is it. Nuno without injuries. We're getting top 4 at least.
Don't forget, though, they got Jimenez back as well.
As long as Levy doesn't like twat about with like Romero and gets Milinkovic. By the way, if we get Milinkovic, I'll be annoyed.
I'm not surprised.
I do not rate that guy at all. He's he's a Serbian Eric Dyer. He actually is. He's Gio. Like, he's so stiff.
He's Harrison Courtney.
He's so slow. He's awful. Okay, right. So is that the last club?
That is the last club. We've pretty much summed up every sort of
good
deal.
Well, I just want to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the lag on our thingy there.
That's right at the end. Doesn't really matter. No one will still be watching.
Right. No one's listening. Just chatting shit.
Everyone's tuned out.
I do want to ask, like, who is your like dream signing, like apart from the ones you've been like linked with, maybe?
My dream as a centre defensive midfielder would be Casemiro, but it's not going to happen.
No, but like
realistically, I think Brozovic would be really good for us. I think we need someone from deep who can spread the play really well. Has got a really good passing. I mean, Locatelli would come in and do well. Locatelli next to Fred would actually be a really good pivot. It'd be a massive improvement. So either of Locatelli or Brozovic, I would love at the club. There's other players who I really like Maxence Kakare, but that would only sort of come into fruition if Pogba left. So I wouldn't really say them right now. If we had to sign someone, I'd say Marcelo Brozovic, and he will be about £30 million.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, that would be decent. Like,
presume you get Romero.
Mine would be Lacroix from Wolfsburg.
Where does he play?
Centre back.
Yeah.
He's really good. Like,
another one.
He's genuinely the best thing we could get after Koundé, I think, within like a good like range. I think we could swap Davinson Sanchez for him as well. Like, I think Wolfsburg would actually take that.
He'd do well. He'd do well there.
It would be kind of like a straight sort of swap because even though Wolfsburg sort of ruled out selling him, but that's because, you know, I think something to do with his contract rated him around 20 million.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe if you swap Sanchez and I don't know, 10 mil, you might be able to get him. All right, so that's it. Yeah. I don't care.
Thank you for listening to the Rose Ed Show. That is all we've got time for today. Rafael Varane is coming to Manchester United, and Jude is fuming. You'll get Romero in a few days, mate. We're back here in a week, and you'll be gloating about Romero, I reckon. I hope so. Anyway, I hope so.
I'll have a link pitch.
You'll be linked to like Shane Duffy. He did well at Celtic.
We'll spend like 50 mil on like Lewis Dunk or something like that. Daniel Levy, what is wrong?
You'll get Mings. Mings at 35 mil is a good deal.
Harry TC leaves because he's just had enough.
Hitchens back as manager as well.
He gets a proper English centre back and he gets Lewis Dunk in for 60 mil. Fucking
him next to me. Him and Ben Mee. Next to Ben
Mee. Oh my God. Tarkovsky. Oh,
that shit house. All right, we'll be back soon anyway to discuss some more transfers. Me and Jack will hopefully be doing a Serie A preview soon, although he is always busy, the cheeky fucker. And
superstar, like Cal,
superstar on TikTok, like Cal the Dragon, and
like the Dragon.
I don't want to compare. I feel bad comparing Romano to Cal the Dragon because Romano is
comparing
a legend. Two goats. Very different goats.
Cal the Dragon. You do think Cal the Dragon?
Mate, I love Cal the Dragon. He was beautiful.
Yeah, he was a great guest.
Good guest. First ever guest. But anyway, we are now pretty much just absolutely waffling if anyone's still listening. I don't know why I'm looking at this. I've literally got no notes on here that are relevant to this. I'm going out to the pub, mate.
Are you? Oh, fair play.
Yeah. I've never been to this pub before. Are you?
Oh, yeah, I
nice
am.
One, mate.
I am. Yeah.
I hope you enjoy it. This is getting cut out.
Okay.
Nah, it's actually not. I'm too lazy. All right. Everyone who's listening still, if you're watching us on YouTube, which you probably are, because this is not worth just listening to, check us out on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram. Everything's the exact same name. And until next time, see you later.
See you later.
See you later.